We are on lesson 11.6, page 633 in your book, and we are still talking about volume, but this time it's given you actual labels instead of just units. So volume, remember it's how much you fill something up, and base times height times width or length, whatever you want to call that. So on number 2, we're pretty much just doing the same thing as last lesson. 5.5, we're changing that fraction to a decimal, changing this fraction to a decimal, 2.5, and keeping that as the regular number. Let's do 2 and 2.5. 2.5 times 2 with 1 decimal place. Okay, so that's 5 right now. Now I need to multiply that by the 5.5. 27 with 1 decimal place. So this will be 27.5. Here's your label, inches, and then because it's volume, you need to say cubed, which is 3. I'm skipping to number 5 in your book only because this one's different. If you notice, it colored in this bottom square, and if you look carefully at the label, it already had a squared on it. That means it already multiplied this. So let's just pretend it was 4 by 2, and they already multiplied and said that it was 8. So it already did the first step for us. Now we just have to multiply this 8 by this 4.5. So I'm going to change it to 4.5. 4.5 times 8, 32, 36, with 1 decimal place, 36 meters, and because we're talking about volume, we put a cubed. Okay? And number 6, I lied about the last lesson, not all of them are half. These ones have fourths. But if you know money, and you know that 1/4 of $1 is a quarter, and you know that 25 cents is a quarter, you should know this. So it would be 2.25, that one just stays the same, and 2.25 on that one. And then you just multiply them all together. Let's start with these two. 2.25 times 6. Is 30, 12 plus 3 is 15, and 2 and 6 is 12, plus 1 is 13, with 2 decimal places. So right now I'm at 13.5. I'm going to get rid of that last one. And I have to multiply that by what's left over, which is the 2.25. It's going to be a lot of decimals. 13.5 times 2.25. Remember, when you're multiplying decimals, you don't have to line up the decimals. You just multiply like normal and then just count them at the very end. 5 times 5 is 25. 15, 17, 6. I'm done with that. Put a placeholder. Get rid of your carries because people get confused with that. 2 times 5 is 10. 7 and 2. I'm done with this 2. Put 2 placeholders. 2 times 5 is 10. 7 and 2. Add all those things up. 5, 7, 13, 10, and 3. So then go back to the original problem. 1, 2, 3 decimal places. 1, 2, 3 decimal places. Your final answer will be 30.375. Your label is feet, and cubed because we were finding volume. In your worksheet, you need to do all of the front, and on the back, you only have to do the 4 boxes at the top. I know that there's more problems at the bottom. However, you have a practice sheet to do today. So I don't want to give you too much on your worksheet because you also have to do your practice. On your practice, I only want you to do problems 1 through 6, Number 7 is a challenge, and if you want to be awesome and try and challenge yourself on number 7, feel free to do it. I think you can if you really try. But all of the front, only the boxes on the back, and 1 through 6 on your practice. Have an amazing day. See you later.